Hey, good evening. Good evening, fellow students. Look, I just got one question for you, but I want to preface it by by saying a couple things first. Tonight, Nightlife for Circle of Sanity, live, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, we're going to go in depth on this whole issue, and I wanted to make you all aware to see if you would tune in on Rockmeg Radio, Rockmeg One, um, and of course here on YouTube and Facebook Live, Nightlife or Circle of Sanity, Nightlife or Online. A lot of ways to listen in. But I just wanted to post this real quick. Here's the question. Well, before I ask the question, let me just say this. There is no way, there is no way possible that there's going to be a mass defection of Trump supporters, MAGA world people to the Harris side. It's just not going to happen. Conversely, there's no way it's going to happen that there's going to be a mass defection of Harris people to Donald Trump. I'm worried that there are too many people that believe there will be significant defections of Democrats and Harris supporters to the right in the MAGA movement. But one thing is clear: the needle's about to move in America. The needle is greatly about to move. And the question I have is, why are we in 2024 even having this debate? History has shown that this isn't the first time. This is the most dangerous time. We have a man who led an insurrection against the United States government while he was president of the United States government. That's never happened before. And good God willing, it'll never happen again. But what I don't understand is why we are even having this as a political conversation. I always fall back on what if it were Obama? Or now I can say, what if it were Harris? Or even what if it had been Joe Biden? What if any of those Democratic presidents had done what Donald Trump has done? Now, the MAGA people will try to tell you, oh, he said peacefully, gather peacefully, and non-violently, or whatever his tagline is. But for you all that are movie buffs, if there's a movie called Leathernecks with George Clooney, to me the movie's not that funny. Um, it's a Coen Brothers movie. You can go look it up, but it's about football, professional football in the early stages, back in the um, pre-face mask gear days, when helmets were made of leather and you could fold them up, put them in your hat, and put them in your pocket like a hat. But there's a scene where they bring in George Clooney's team brings in a new player. This guy is fresh out of high school. He's huge, just a massive man, and they don't know much about him. They get him on the field for the first time. Why they didn't ask him before this? Yeah, it's movie stuff. But they get on the field and they're in the huddle, and George Clooney, who's the leader of the team, says to him, "Hey, what position did you play in school?" And the kid says, "Kicker." And he's huge. He's massive. He's bigger than anybody on the team. And Clooney says, "What do you mean kicker? Why were you kicker?" And the kid says, "The coach thought that would be the best position for me." And first play, they have him go kick off, and the ball sails off into the stands, knocks some people and some band members off of their seats. And it's clear this kid is no good. Now, the rest of the movie really doesn't matter. The plot really doesn't matter. But because they saw this guy as just huge and the answer to their problems, they decide, look, George Clooney says, look, here's what you do. He points to his quarterback. He says to the kid, anybody gets close to him, hit him hard. Don't let anybody get near him. Kid says, okay. They snap the ball. Tackler comes up. The kid punches him in the face, knocks him out. Another guy comes up, same thing. Bam, punches him, knocks him out. The ref runs up to stop him, gets close to the quarterback. The kid, boom, punches him, knocks him out. So my point is, Donald Trump could have said peacefully, go down to the Capitol. He could have said non-violently, do this. But what he did say was, if you want a country, you're going to have to fight for it. He didn't say, if you want a country, you're going to have to fight for it non-violently, and we have to protest non-violently. And though I don't believe that this election was stolen, even though all evidence points to the fact that, I'm sorry, he could have said, I believe this election was stolen, even though all evidence to the contrary proved that it was not. He could have said, let's protest this in a way to show our numbers, and let's be respectful of the Constitution, which he swore an oath to protect. Let's be mindful of property and people's uh, protection, and let's just stand here and let's just have this rally, and then let's go home and vote next time. But he didn't. He said, march down to the Capitol, and I'm coming with you. And if you want a country, you're going to have to fight like hell for it. Now, some of those people heard him and said he means peacefully and nonviolently. But the mass majority of them heard, you got to march down to the Capitol, and if you want a country, you're going to have to fight like hell for it. And somehow or another, even though I've seen no footage to prove who did it, a whole gallows was erected to hang Mike Pence. And people broke into the windows and broke through the doors of the Capitol, and they fought security, and they had bear spray and mace and fire extinguishers and sticks, and they stole shields from the security people and the batons and the flagpoles. They used these things as weapons to try to get to and change the certification of the election. They don't want you to read the book Handmaid's Tale, because it talks about something like this and how the country, the seat of government, was violently overthrown by religious right wing wingnuts. And the fallout from that. They don't want you to read that book. That book's on the banned book list. So again, my question is, why are we having this as a debate? Why is it that in 2024, a man who led an insurrection against the United States government while he was president of the United States government is allowed to run for president again? Why are we where we are today? And I haven't answered for that question. And that answer will be coming to you tonight, 7:30 p.m., Nightlifer Circle of Sanity. You can see Facebook Live. You can see us on Rock Meg Nation on Facebook Live. You see us here on YouTube Live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll answer the question as to why we're having this debate and why this is who and where we are in 2024. Hope to see you there. Hope you come listen. Hope you join in the conversation if you want to, whatever you want to do. But I want to I want to answer the question for those who are wondering. And Look forward to seeing you there. We're going to answer that question tonight. So, Nightlife for Circle of Sanity. See you at 7:30 p.m. tonight.